dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky. This is WYNT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Emily Bennett. The investigation as to what killed a 13-year-old Knott County boy continues tonight. Kentucky State Police confirmed that a 13-year-old boy who was staying at a family member's house was killed last night in some sort of attack. While officials are not able to confirm yet what the animal is, they say investigation is moving forward.
Still, there are questions as to what type of animal it may have been, with information kind of floating out there, from coyotes to a pack of wild dogs. So that still, will be part of the investigation that as it goes on.
Now, Kentucky State Police are still trying to figure out what happened. They're also warning people to be aware of their surroundings. Nick Oliver shows us what knowledge could protect you in a similar situation.
There are still many questions about how a 13-year-old boy in the Emelina community of Knott County died late Tuesday night from an animal attack. One question as to what kind of animal and what's next for this small community.
Be careful about the things that you have around your home, any type of potential food source for a wild animal.
The instances of wild animals attacking humans is rare.
Craig Cottle is a master naturalist. He even runs the Nature Reliance School out of Winchester. He says there is no happy ending to this story, but there are things you can do in hopes of protecting yourself from whatever animal may be coming your way.
We're going to back up. If we see something as a predator animal or something that could bring harm to us, the big thing to do is just simply back away. And when I say back away, don't run. Don't turn your back to an animal.
He knows the heartbreaking images of Tuesday night will sit with people. In fact, even deter some from choosing to experience nature or even some outside tasks. He says fear is not the answer in this situation.
We live in a beautiful part of the world where things are safe, and it's not worthy of concern, over concern of wild animals attacking humans.
In Winchester, Nick Oliver, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, police have not identified that teenager, but they say they have performed an autopsy. Now, the Whitley County Sheriff's Office issued a golden alert for a missing Williamsburg teen. 18-year-old Perry Reed, pictured here, went missing yesterday. Officials say he requires daily medication for a heart condition. If you have any information on his location, you are asked to call Whitley 911 at 606-549-6017. Now, a federal judge sentenced a Harlan County man to more than 16 years in prison today. 23-year-old Dylan Brewer pled guilty to meth trafficking and firearm possession charges. Brewer was found with nearly 2 kilos of methamphetamine during a traffic stop last year. He received 200 months in prison.
Well, we saw those clouds clear out today, saw sunshine, but now they're going to move back in as we head into tonight. We'll go ahead and take you to a few cameras looking along Interstate 75 into Mount Vernon. Looking pretty quiet over there for now, and looking into downtown Whitesburg, clear skies, but already dropping into those lower 30s, 33 degrees. So it's going to be pretty chilly as we head into tonight, and we'll continue those chilly temperatures as we head into the next few days. Satellite and radar, we're seeing those clouds already starting to move back into the forecast, and that'll continue as we head into tonight. Those upper 20s for overnight lows as those clouds continue to increase. And then tomorrow we'll be tracking maybe a little bit of a rain and snow showers possible for some of us. Most of us do stay on the drier side, but sunshine does return very quickly by the end of the week and into the weekend. I'll have those details coming up in a little bit.
Thank you, Paige. Now, crews in Bell County continue to fix damages left from flooding. Several homes in Bell County are under the possibility of being dislocated after mudslides have caused extensive damage to roads, power lines, and even causing people to run out of money while trying to fix the problems.
You know, the water goes away, we clean up the trash, those slides are still there, and they're still active, and they're going to continue to move, so they're the big concern now.
FEMA and Red Cross have been called by the people living in those homes, and they are waiting to hear back from the organizations. Now, flood cleanup continues across eastern Kentucky. Some flood victims waited a while to begin, while some needed more help than others. WYMT's Lacey Roberts followed a strike team as they begin the grunt work to salvage what's left.
a disaster response organization founded by veterans.
We go out and provide assistance to homeowners in mucking out of their homes.
Remembering the times communities helped them.
It gives me the ability to give back to the community and help people that on their worst day survive and get through that moment. 20
people make up 4 strike teams. Each begin with an evaluation of damage done.
Doing initial assessments to see, can we get in touch with the homeowners? Can we help them in some way?
Sometimes difficult as flood victims are away, staying with relatives, but for safety reasons.
That'll cause like respiratory issues and long-term health issues.
Along with debris, floodwaters bring mold and mildew into buildings.
We pull all that out and put it to the curb to where they can go in and start rebuilding.
This size operation brings in team members from as far away as 450 miles.
We have representatives from 6 different states,
providing them with everything they may need.
We do training classes all year, service projects to build up skills.
Pulling, raking, and whatever they can to give these homeowners a place to call home again. In Whitley County, Lacey Roberts, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, Team Rubicon does do all their work free of charge. They say it is a way to give back to those who supported them for their many years of service. Now, voters could have a question on their ballots asking if they want to limit when a governor can pardon someone. Now, today, a Senate panel approved a bill calling for that amendment to the state constitution. It comes after Governor Matt Bevin issued hundreds of pardons and sentence commutations in his last days in office. Some of the people he pardoned were convicted murderers and rapists.
The scariest thing is not what happened in December, but what could have been much, much worse. For we invest in one person the power to let anyone out of jail.
The Senate committee passed it unanimously, but some had concerns of the bill's impact on capital punishment cases. And students at Porter Elementary School hope their love for reading will spread freely through Johnson County. The community problem-solving team at the school wrote a grant securing money to create little free libraries for the community. The libraries provide a take a book, leave a book opportunity for anyone interested in using them. The first library was unveiled today outside of the school.
Our biggest hope for this little library is we want it to be very successful and really well used. We raised enough money to get 2 more little libraries.
Students say they are excited for the different types of books they will be able to offer, since the project has brought in more than 600 books to be used in the free libraries. Now, if you tuned into our H&I channel earlier this evening, you may have seen the It's All for the Children telethon. This was to support Judy's Place for Kids, a nonprofit organization that provides resources for children who have been abused. Tonight, I was at the telethon and will take you inside the meaning behind the cause. For nearly 20 years.
That's my heart.
Judy's Place for Kids has been helping children who have been abused.
400 children a year. That's a lot, but we're getting them. They're going to be healed.
Judy Conway Patton, the former First Lady of Kentucky, has always had a heart for children, and she told herself,
if I could ever be in position to help women and children, I would. So when Paul became governor, that was my main issue.
Judy's Place is named for her.
We're healing our abused children.
They can overcome and become strong adults, and that's what we want.
She says helping these children takes a village, and that includes the supporters.
So it does take a village, but we cannot keep the doors open unless we have the support for the community.
Every service they provide free.
We have community partners who so willingly step up and want to speak about how Judy's Place makes a difference.
Calling on the people to help make a difference in a hurting child's life.
No contribution is too small. It all adds up. But then again, none's too large. So.
Working to put a sparkle back in the eyes of these children. Now, during the telethon, they raised $22,503. Tonight's entertainment included Nick Jamerson and Coletown Dixie. Anyone who made a donation of $25 or more was entered to win a guitar signed by Tyler Childers. Now, Survivor fans spent the night watching the newest episode of the 40th season of the hit show at home. Now, former winner and current contestant Nick Wilson attended a watch party at Shep's Place in Corbin. While there, we caught up with former Survivor contestant Elaine Stott about what she thinks about having a fellow hometown star on Survivor.
You come home to have everybody come to your watch parties and tell you how proud they are, and for being from a small town, it's kind of like you being on the island. It's like you got all these small town people with you, and man, I think that's awesome.
You can watch Nick Wilson compete on Survivor on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. right here on WYMT. Now, coming up at 11, Democratic presidential hopefuls once again come face to face on the debate stage. Hear highlights from the debate. That includes a new contender, former New York City Mayor Mike Bloomberg.
And clouds will continue to move in tonight as our next system could bring a little bit of snow into the mountains. I'll have those details coming up.